Alright, y'all tapping in. Shit, I mean, great, do some real work on some CC stuff, so I'm about to give y'all my real rundown, what I feel like. Oh shit, my bad. Right, my real rundown, what I feel like. They talk about, the NBA numbers is down. I got my own feelings on why the NBA numbers is down. You know what I'm saying? Other than the CC effect. So I'm going to let him talk for a minute and then I'm going to come on back.
So we have Tarika Brasby, Foster Brasby on the Summer Jam screen today. Tarika Foster Brasby, she writes, maybe they should lower the rims in response to this tweet by NBA Central about how poorly the NBA is doing with viewership this year. I mean, the NBA is in the tank right now. It's just amazing that the Caitlin Clark effect, she sucked up so much of the oxygen.
Pause. That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy, he be going so far with what he be saying. The docs, these dudes are getting so much money. They so big and humongous. This is what's going on to me. Why, I feel like the NBA not getting the pull that they usually get it right now. First of all, it's early, just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Season just getting started, and when CC came, CC was a phenomenon. So CC got the out of this world pool of shit going on. So that's that. Secondly, honestly, for me, I don't know about what everybody else feel about. Y'all doing too much commentating. Y'all doing too much talking through the games. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this excess commentating. You're talking about too much besides the game. When you're doing the commentating, you're talking about all these dudes, all through their careers and different things and their personal lives and this. You're not. That's just a turn off. That's just to me that. Excuse me for cursing. I'm trying not to curse as much. Right, that's a turn off. That's like a nobody don't need to hear all that. People don't need to know all that. Hear all these things y'all talking about other than the game. Y'all interviewing them in the middle of the game. You're interviewing the coaches in the middle of the game. That's just too much. It's like, man, y'all just doing too much or asking them for too much, and y'all over trying to pop y'all. How do y'all say uh over what's the word I'm looking for? You trying to over popularize the guys. The dudes. You're trying to overexpose them, if that's it. Overexpose them. Like, man, just let them guys be basketball players. And they in all the commercials now. And not that I think we give a damn about that. I think that's pretty cool. I think that we don't mind that as much as we don't like all that commentating, all that interviewing. Literally, when they come on, talk about they about to interview the coach in the middle of the game or whenever they doing this in the middle of the not even in the middle of the game shit in the middle of the quarter. Seem like you interviewing the damn coach or one of the players. You're not supposed to do all that. That's too much. To saying I got to turn the channel. I got to turn back. So, you know what I mean? Literally. So that's just me. Let's go.
In the sports world, that there's really none left for men's basketball. We saw that in
Oh
the
my
finals
God.
last year, the NBA finals, with Boston beating Dallas. It was one of the lowest rated NBA finals in a long time. And
That's come from pause. That's come from all that y'all trying to, you know, be all like I said, y'all know all the business, from dudes getting in trouble, what have you, and then all that shit is just be over pop, over exposed, over talked about. You got Stephen A. cock sliding ass. You got him all in the morning cock slide to whoever he's talking about, the individual, whoever he gonna talk about first, he cock slide him to death first, and then he'll talk about all that information, oh, he's this guy, he's a, when I make cock slide, I'm talking about, excuse me, drink something, man, sorry, because, right, he, he gotta give you gotta give him every compliment and attribute, whatever, whatever it is that they call every compliment and every, thing he's ever done, every accomplishment and everything, what I'm saying? Instead of just coming out saying what you got to say about the person, who does that? I swear to God, that just seems so weird and lame to me that he do that. But off that is the saying, yeah, you got him and you got all the other people on TV. They'll be sitting up there. They'll drag these guys through the mud, what have you. I mean, it's like nothing's private or not so exposed, overexposed anymore. There's a few things to me that the ratings are down from. Not just, not because of just C. Cece is definitely Cece, and she got her, her own thing going on and her own juice. But to say that's affecting the NBA, that is absolutely not the case. I don't believe. I believe it's what I just said. All this extra stuff, all this overexposure. They're trying to too popularize the players. You're trying to too personalize the players to people. People don't need all that. They just really need to watch, focus on what these dudes doing at court and their games and that type of stuff. All that extra stuff, it'd be just too much.
You have Caitlin Clark's presence in the sports arena, her being a comet, a magnet, a magnate, and a magnet. She's taking so much of the oxygen, so much of the shine.
Man,
That
calm
people are
down,
really just waiting
sir.
for her to play again, man. They're waiting for the next WNBA season.
I mean,
Most
I agree
basketball
with
fans
that.
are waiting for the
I agree with
WNBA
that.
season to start next.
I agree we want to see
So
CC
they can
back
see
in action.
Caitlin
I
Clark,
agree with
their
that.
favorite player, play again. And a common suggestion by NBA players and critics of the WNBA is that the game would be better if we just saw dunking, which the chicks would mess that up. They would screw up dunking, okay? It wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be worth it. The juice wouldn't be worth the
Right.
squeeze. You lower the rims and you probably wouldn't get like one or
Pause. I mentioned this in the last one I did. I don't even remember. I put it out and I dropped it because I just said I want to do these things. Right? I should have put that. I had put that out, but I'm not sure the saying about the dunks. That shit just will bring disappointment, man, because them girls are not athletic as the guys. So dunking is not something that they really are gonna be good at doing. That's what y'all missing. They are not athletic as guys. They're not athletic like that. Girls are not athletic as guys. Y'all know that, and y'all can see as the little crap they do now. They can get a fast break and miss a layup. You think what I'm saying? They can't. Come on. It's just like not. That's not it. That's not it. That's all. That's not it.
two dunks a game. It's just not in their nature to do stuff like that. Their nature, they have a different nature, okay? Let them play basketball the way they play basketball. And at this moment in time, as their game is starting to take off, the last thing you do is change anything that drastically.
I
The
agree.
changes that need to be made by the WNBA, we've chronicled on this channel. Um, and I'll continue to chronicle them in the future. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe so
Jeez.
that you can be privy to those changes that I'm suggesting. that the league made, and one is not the Lord of the Rings. So she sarcastically, Tarika Foster Bradley sarcastically says that in response to the NBA Central tweet about the declining viewership, and it's bad. I mean, it is bad. And you say, well, how does Caitlin Clark enter this conversation? Where's Caitlin Clark coming to do? This woman didn't mention
Because
Caitlin
you
Clark.
putting it in it.
NBA Central didn't mention Caitlin Clark, although it could have been apropos in the sense that I just mentioned her about her,
Right, you bringing it
being
in
the
it.
only
When I'm telling you, it's a whole
USA
different situation.
basketball star who draws an audience, and she doesn't play in the NBA, which could be a problem for the NBA. And they don't have the NBA not having a Caitlin Clark, an American-born superstar, black or white or whatever race they were. They don't have an American-born superstar in the NBA, and that's their problem. That could have been a way to bring in Caitlin Clark, but that's not how Caitlin Clark was drawn into this conversation.
Pause. I want to say real quick, like, uh, I know they old now. You know, LeBron, Curry, but aren't they still superstars? Aren't they considered still superstars? Surely don't. I guarantee you, surely, if they're on the TV screen, the ratings are proper. You saw, I bet you they are proper. They ain't at no loss whatsoever when LeBron or Curry or Steph is on that, or the chef is on that TV screen. So that's another thing I want to point out. Quick, fast, and hurry. Yeah, Wemby, Luka, all them down off, they all from other countries. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. What about Andy Edwards? He's gonna be. Is he gonna be the new big? Hopefully he's be the new big superstar. Isn't he a superstar already? I'm sorry to say, isn't he a superstar already? Jason Tatum, isn't he a superstar? I mean, there's a lot of superstars, but he's up here saying these guys, there's no superstar. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got, this is why I'm here. That's why I'm here, y'all. That's why I'm here, just to point these things out, keep it, so we can get it right. I tell you what I think it is. Y'all tell me in the comments, do y'all agree with that or not? Do that bother y'all, all that extra commentary and all that? Or should NBA, literally I was just thinking about this, or should the NBA put an option on, the TV or with the game or some way where we can, when we watching it, we can push commentary or no commentary. Whereas though, you know what I'm saying? No commentary, it just gets you, it just maybe play, you know, it tell you maybe, little halftime, report stuff, and you don't hear all that. You just hear the game. As the guys out there playing, they sneaking, scuffing, and whatnot, and the crowd cheering, and no commentating, or commentating if you want. I just feel like that should be an option to people. It honestly should. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go.
Prescription drugs can save
Look, it will go to
lives.
commercial.
All the more
That's cool
reason
though,
they
yeah.
should be affordable for all
Cause
Nevadans.
yeah,
What's
that's
it
how I
on the
feel,
drug
man. I feel
companies to
like
bring down
that
prices?
shit is.
Lou Johnson called that
That's
legislation
not
idiotic. Nevadans deserve better than that.
See how I use an ad blocker. Very mindful, very demure.
not the problem.
I'm not watching ads like the
Them
rest
think
of
I'm
you.
talking about CC. I always want to put CC. This guy, he
Caitlin
just
Clark
is.
was brought into this
Look,
conversation by the one and only
you.
Jamel Hill,
Oh,
who retweeted Tarika Foster Brasby's tweet by saying, if they worshiped Caitlin Clark more, maybe they, the NBA, would have better ratings.
oh. So she's saying that like
So Jamel,
condescending joke to
she
them.
brought Caitlin Clark into it in a facetious,
Right,
smart alecky,
right,
sour sock,
right.
kind of, just
And no, and I want to say, he just said, she said something good about CC the other day. He just said it. He just said it. The other day, whatever CC said, whatever happened, or whatever she had to say about her, she said something good about her. And he said she's going to, you know, rebuttal all that with all this racist. But now I don't know if this is. I'm not gonna say this is racist. This is not racist. So don't get on that no racist shit. But it's really rude and and insulting and a little disrespectful and funky for nothing. It hurts you to not say nothing. That's why it's born. That's why it's. That's why I don't even got that shit, y'all. Not that I can give a fuck. I should get it, being as though I'm on this platform. Excuse me, y'all, with the cursing. I'm trying to not curse. It's just really not in me. But I'm working on it. The saying, it kill people to just not say nothing. It kill her not to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Why you got to say something, lady? Just mind, you know what? No, I got to be rude. I got to be indignant and funky to these black men, or, right, because that's who the NBA is, black men. 90%, whatever percent. You know what I'm saying? I have to be funky to them. Come on, let's save it. Start talking about solutions instead of always trying to, funk problems and instigating problems. Dumb shit. Like, come on, dumb stuff. It's just sad, man. And he said this. She was going to follow up that comment she just made that was good with some weird, hateful, weird stuff. And this is definitely that route, because you ain't have to put CC in that. You ain't have to put her in that. Just what I'm saying. It's like, what?
backhanded. Obviously annoyed by Caitlin's presence in the sports sphere, in the sports universe kind of way. And listen, Jamel, you get away with your racism. The Athletic, they'll never even condemn you for your racism and your constant hatred of this young lady. She's 22 years old. You're 52. You're 30 years older than this woman. You're 30.
It's sir, it is way beyond that. It's way beyond their age and anything like that. It's way beyond that. That woman is tripping off of CC's power, CC's, you know what I'm saying, juice, CC's popularity, all that. She's tripping off of that, whereas though she can't even see in the realms of, I'm this age, I should be acting different, and she's a young baby, and I ain't got no reason to be, going that. Oh, no. That woman is, that is not even in the equation as far as the way she's thinking, sir. She's way going on some hatred and everything CC represents, as far as, you know what I'm saying, being the ish like she is. Trust me, that's what that is. So, he talking about age, and that shit ain't about nothing. That ain't about nothing with this.
30 years older than Caitlin Clark. Just for that alone, you should just leave her alone and stop taking pot shots at her. And she has done
Right, that woman is,
did nothing to deserve this pot shot. Can we agree with that, Jamel?
she's way past that. When a person hates you, like when a person feels that kind of weight towards you,
to her.
Pause real quick. When a person feel that kind of weight towards you, like that woman, and most of these women that just got one right here up on the screen talk about hate from the Atlanta Dream owner, whatever this guy's about to, say Atlanta Dream owner hates you and suffers from Caitlin Clark. Right. says, she got some kind of syndrome, some kind of crazy syndrome some delusional syndrome from dealing with CC being in the league. You know what I'm saying? This is what these women are going through. You see what happened with Cheryl Swoops? That age shit is like, no, they're looking at this woman, they're looking at CC as a thief to their black woman basketball shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they look at her like, and it's killing them. It's killing them. I wouldn't. You talking about? She's 52 years old. How old is the other lady that when CC broke her record and she come up and talking about, oh, my record was hidden under this and that and the third and to do it, and then she had to come back and retract the shit and say some nice shit. She's older probably than her. You understand what I'm saying? That's how deep it is. When you start going at their accomplishments and shit that they've built, they like, they gonna go crazy. So CC being, and the thing is CC idolized them to become who she is. She studied y'all games, black women games. You know what I'm saying? Her favorite player, Maya Moore. Like, come on. This is the stuff that freaks me out, makes me so mad, but this is what you got. And boom. Like I said, it's so deeper than what you talking, brother. It's deep to them. So deep.
Training strength coach in college, so she deserves to get beat up every day on the court by other players. But this one, can you at least admit that she didn't deserve this, and that by bringing her up in this manner, can we safely say you have her on the brain?
Right.
You have her on the brain.
They on her. They on a brain. She on a brain, on a heart, and a soul.
How
Sir?
you brought her into this conversation is absolutely crazy. And then the comment section got a little bit, into old tropes that just aren't true. This Tarika Foster Brasby writes, like my girl Soban Beslow said, maybe they should appreciate Wemby more and just let him score, because that was the thing that Caitlin Clark haters were saying about her fans, that we wanted them to just let her score. And it wasn't that, stop flagrant fouling her. If she's terrible like you say she is, stop picking her up 94 feet. All we were saying, we weren't saying let her score. We were saying since she's trash, like you guys said, she can't handle the physicality of the league, and she's got a reality check coming, and she won't be a star in this league anytime soon, and she's not ready for the next level. Why she's the most blitzed player in the league?
Right.
By far. Blitzed more than other teams. Just as a single player, why was she blitzed more than other teams combined? Why was she picked up 94 feet? Why was she at the top of every scout report? That's all we were saying. We never said let her score. We never said let her score. And I don't think the NBA should let Victor Wembanyama score. All we were saying was if she's terrible, she's a god-awful player, she's horrible, how come she gets more defensive pressure than any other player in the league?
I need your help, and here's why.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I like to do it all, so y'all, because I go through it all because I don't really miss no points. Because
of course, Jamel Hill thought that was funny.
And I don't want to really miss no points of good stuff that I might want to talk about. So I'm just, I'm breaking up like this because I'm assuming what I'm doing right here is, proper and in line with what I can do. So that's why I, want to just shout that out because, You know what I mean? I want to do this. I want to do this officially, and I don't want no interference. So here we go again. Like I said again, what I'm about to just say about what I paused it for. It just made me forget, y'all. Excuse me. So we're gonna just finish. I said I just want to let y'all hear everything because I don't want to miss that.
Then
Oh,
she does.
that's what I'm about to say. Like, well, Wendy had a pretty bad game tonight. They said, I watched the game. I thought, right, I didn't see him do much. So he really did have a pretty bad game because I really didn't see him do much. But yeah, just shouting that out there. Because I watch the games. I still watch the games. They never. Oh, this is also when I want to put out. Like literally, I know I just said how they need to not have do commentary. I'm saying I just want to point out how horrible, literally Legler. Like I try to Legler talking so much when he do get like I want to say like in the fourth, I felt like he kind of like toned it down a little bit, like he wasn't after everything the other guy would say, he ain't chime in. That was good, you know what I'm saying? Because the first guy you be needing, the first guy that's, really narrating the shit, I guess people like to have him, and even though he be talking too much, he be talking about too much other stuff. If he just narrating and just talking about the game and saving all that extra stuff that he'll end up talking about is fine. But, once you start talking that, it's too much. And like I said, the other guy who could be Legler or what the heck's the other person? Van Gundy or Doris, even or Reggie Miller. To me, is Reg that bad? I'm not sure. I guess not. I guess he can get. The Reg don't really do all that talking. I'll be honest. I don't be thinking I hear Reg do all that talking. Just being honest. If I pay attention to a new game come on, I'm definitely, since I'm putting this out here, I'm gonna definitely check him out extra. But yeah, to me, Reg don't really. But Legler, he get on a good one. He can't stop himself. He can't stop himself from running his mouth. Now, like I said in the fourth quarter, he was trying to tune out a little bit. But once he get going, he's going. It's like, shut up, Doris. Her stuff. Van Gundy, his talking, they too much. And it's like they the only ones, I guess, that do NBA these days. They the only ones I can remember. What's his name? I think the other dude, he's a talker too. Talks a little much too. I don't know if he's just for somebody's team or it's the NBA. He got a son in the league. He's a talker too. What's his son?
That was funny.
My bad, y'all. Because I'm trying to remember his son's name. His son played on Magic. Y'all know who I'm talking about. His name will come to me. But, yeah, that's how I feel about all that shit right now. So, let's go. Let's finish here. I'll be Sean Miss Night.
It wasn't that funny. This guy says they aren't flagrant fouling Victor Wembanyama much either. Maybe that's why they got a $70 billion TV deal and have been covering the financial losses of the WNBA since its inception. WNBA tried it your way for over 20 years of failure. Wow.
Right.
Whew.
I didn't even.
About Victor Wembanyama, because I guess he's
about to say I didn't even get the full feel of that, because I'm sure he meant it more for a harsher feel. I'll read it over.
It's not great for the NBA that you have a young French guy who's 7'9" and has the personality of a chopstick. If that's your biggest star, you're in trouble. This one says, bringing new eyes to the league. Why are they trying to defend him? Bitter old men. Again, trying to act like Caitlin Clark fans were calling WNBA players bitter because they were trying to just defend Caitlin Clark. All they were doing was defending her. You guys are complaining. Want us to let her? Do we want us to let her score? This one says all NBA stars welcome Victor Wembanyama with statements celebrating Wemby's talent, expressing respect and admiration for a great and rare talent. May be very difficult for jealous, insecure, envious women. And I would be remiss if I didn't put a picture of Victor Wembanyama up on the screen. Just so a lot of people don't know what he looks like. They don't even know he existed until they saw this video. There are people who didn't know Victor Wembanyama was until they saw this video. He's huge. I think he's 7'5". I don't think he's 7'9". But he's 7'5". This is him next to LeBron James. He's 7'5", and he literally he's a young man. He's a nice young guy, but he's not he's not magnanimous. He doesn't draw you in. And he's French, and he has a bit of an accent, and we don't know his backstory because he's not in the.
That's see what he's talking about? That's what's too much. People don't need to be drawn in by nothing but these guys play. For real, bro. They need to be drawn in by they play, and that's it. All the new stuff that people doing, what they doing, they've done it. LeBron being, that they said, LeBron's a billionaire. Motherfucker said if he didn't do all that political stuff that he did, not that I have no problem with it. I ain't knocking him about standing up for his people and all that, of course, what he's supposed to do, but I'm just putting it out there that motherfucker said, yeah, had he did all that and just went the route, I just want to play ball and do it like this, he's worth $1 billion. He'd be worth a few billion. Like Michael Jordan. Now, you know what I'm saying? Saying how much that, motherfucker, you see how Mike is a fucking mystical creature, right? Because nobody got all that shit with Mike. They had Mike is like, you know what I mean? They ain't get to be all up on and every bit of his life and all that like that except for what he wanted to be out there for the most part. Maybe little incidents happened that got out there. He might not have liked it out there. But for the most part, you see how Mike kept his shit weird. Like I said, he's this mythical creature that everybody be in awe when they see him. You know what I'm saying? It don't be like that for LeBron and these other guys. Because you used to seeing them. They're at everything. They're in everything. You know what I'm saying? They own everything. Whereas though Mike ain't on it like that. Mike, when Mike came to the fucking, excuse me y'all, when Mike came to the 75th anniversary, when he came out, it was like they was all the players was like in awe to see him. For real, they was like it's him. Like I said, bro, a mythical creature. To see him was like, so like, I'm just saying, that's the difference between why these guys are, you're trying to overpopularize them. You need to just let them be basketball players and keep all that personal crap of theirs to a minimum. And then people could just like that. Because once they start knowing all this different personal stuff about them, it makes some people go away. Some people don't want to know all that. You know what I'm saying? And once they know stuff, they can't not know it. Now I don't like him no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real.
American, we didn't see his come up, his rise. He just kind of appeared one day. So he doesn't resonate like Caitlyn does. And that's a problem for the NBA. That this is your star. This is your biggest star. Not some.
He doesn't resonate like CC because Right, CC's like you said, she's an American grown superstar here, and he's not. He come from another country, just getting here. You know what I'm saying? He's just getting here. Now, people that do basketball, they've been hearing about him for some while and been waiting for him to get here. But other than that, and like I said, he his skill, his basketball skill should be enough that get people to like him or whatever. If y'all dial back all this interviewing and all these, y'all trying to like I said, overexpose him, dial that back some, and just let these guys get their real thing on the court. You'll see some results. That's what I do believe.
From Iowa, who we've been watching for years, and we've seen all of her trials and tribulations as a young woman coming up the ranks,
Right.
even before the WNBA.
She's special. She's special to us. She's always going to be. She's special to us. She's always going to be.
See for yourself.
That's just what it is.
Washington's
She's
right gives
special.
voters the right to participate in an open
She's a
primary
special
to
talent, special person.
I says, still
She's
don't
all
the
that.
fact that she's statistically the GOAT, Rookie of the Year season, and already a Hall of Famer while being guarded crazy. Sabrina got a taste of CC guarding in the finals and shot 1 for 19. She got a taste of the guarding that CC gets and the magnifying glass, the attention that CC got, and she wilted. That's very true, man.
I can't see nothing about that. She went from 1 for 19. I mean,
Wow.
that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible.
This
I mean,
one
it's
said
like,
the clock is like Michael Jordan.
pause. See, that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that is stuff that motherfuckers will not forget and hold motherfuckers, like accountable or responsible or, like that's what we talking. This is the 19, 1 for 19. I mean, you can't, there's no way you could do that. I mean, it's like, that's an atrocity. That's like, it's just like, it's unfathomable to do that. In the playoff game, in the series, like, come on, it's just championships. It's just was like, that was insane. But this,
The WNBA.
that's the stuff that holds y'all.
Shouldn't worship her, but she's the biggest draw, and that needs to be embraced if they ever want to make a profit. This one says, I feel bad for Caitlyn. She must be sick of this.
I wish CC would go here and go overseas.
Yeah,
I love her. I wanted to be here, but not to keep dealing with us and all this nut shit. I would rather her go. I'd rather you go, see.
But they're black women, so they have privilege and nothing will happen to them. And in this case, I don't even know if anything should happen to these chicks, man. I mean, they have the right to, talk trash online. The only problem is they don't think anybody else does. That's the problem. They want to censor everybody else's right to talk trash online. That's the problem. But I think they should be able to talk trash online. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The only problem being that they don't want you to be, they want to call you a racist when you do it. They want to call you a istophobe.
Alright, y'all, right there, I'm going to tap out, you know what I'm saying? So, we did it, we went through it with a fine tooth. I hit on all the points to saying, yeah, right, that last shit he's saying is right. Y'all, that weird, I'm black and say I ain't racist, you know what I'm saying? I don't get why that shit is even a thing that y'all doing all that. Instaphobes, I don't even know what that shit means. So, the saying, CC, man. I need to keep CC out the nonsense. And NBA, if you're listening, I told y'all I was wrong. Y'all doing too much. Y'all trying to do too much. I got some other things I want to point out that's probably an issue for the NBA. But I'm kind of sure that this will be really frowned upon. So I'm gonna kind of keep it to myself for now. But y'all let me know in the comments if y'all would like to hear, you know, any more of, you know, my views on the situation, and if y'all want to hear what I, you know, other little things I think that, you know, the NBA is doing a little wrong with this year. So with that, y'all, let's tap out. Y'all stay ready. One.